And welcome back, Children of the Night. Today, we've got another contemporary movie review for you. We're going to go see Send Help, the new movie from a very famous filmmaker who's been out of action for a little while. I'm trying to think about the last thing Buddy Boy directed. I can't remember. Anyways.
It wouldn't be Stranger Things. He's done something since then. Or not Stranger Things, Jesus. Doctor Strange.
I think you're right. I think it might be, actually. I think Multiverse of Madness might be the last thing. But anyways, who is this famous filmmaker? Andrew, can you read to us from the Wikipedia scroll of doom?
Send Help is a 2026 American survival horror film produced and directed by Sam Raimi and written by Mark Swift and Damian Shannon. An employee and her insufferable boss become stranded on a desert island, the only survivors of a plane crash. Here, they must overcome past grievances and work together to make it out alive.
So this movie sold me totally based on the trailer. Like, it is a fucking banger trailer.
And Rachel McAdams, like, in the trailer.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, she it's just neat. Like, it's a role. I'm trying to think of if she's been in many other horror movies. None come to my head, top of my head or whatever. But yeah, that's a very unique role for her anyway. So, curious to see that. Andrew, it's getting really good reviews. Would you mind? I thought we might start reading the Rotten Tomatoes reviews at the beginning
That's a good idea.
Of the show.
So we've got a tomato meter of 93% and a popcorn meter of 87%. So critics 93%, audiences 87%.
People are loving the movie.
I'm excited. The trailer had me amped to see this. So
yeah, I'm excited. I'll say this: like, one frustration I have with Sam Raimi as a filmmaker, just in general, is he's not. And listen, I'm the world's biggest CGI fan. Don't like people who bitch about CGI. I think it's fucking bullshit most of the time. But one thing is, like, he's a filmmaker who I feel like sometimes leans too heavily on CGI. Like, sometimes he'll have some visuals that are like, this is looking a little too that fakey whatever. And the two examples, or the one big example I have is that I really love his movie Drag Me to Hell. I think it's a really good movie. It's like a good horror movie. Pretty balls to the wall wild. But there are certain scenes. There's like a scene when somebody's vomiting, and it's CGI vomit. It's like, why didn't we just do like some weird stuff? So I do like it when Sam Raimi works like in a way that feels a little more restrained. Like I don't think, or you know, the best example. It's Oz the Great and Powerful. What a fucking not very good movie. And if you've ever seen that, it's the James Franco Oz movie. He plays Oz, and it's about how Oz got to Oz or whatever. I guess it probably wasn't called Oz. I have no idea how that universe works. Anyways, James Franco Oz movie. It is just a CGI fucking mess. It kind of looks like those Tim Burton Alice in Wonderland movies. Just way too much shit going on. Anyways, we're gonna check out Send Help, and we will give you our thoughts when we're back.
You want to know what happens to an eyeball when it gets punctured? You got any idea how much blood jets out of a guy's neck when his throat's been slit?
And welcome back, Children of the Night. We just got back from seeing Send Help. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. What a good movie.
Fuck yeah.
Andrew, what'd you think?
Fuck yeah, indeed. Yeah, just so refreshed. I love, like, these kind of movies just make me feel so refreshed when it comes to film in general, and just something that's unique. It doesn't fit in a box in terms of the genre, but works really well. Definitely, like, the number one thing to call out from my perspective is, I guess, the comedy. Just every note of comedy just hit so hard. And then Rachel McAdams' performance was just like lights out incredible. I think right after we walked out of the theater, you said like female Bruce Campbell kind of vibes. And I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
And just the range that she was able to show, because I think of her as like the rom-com, like serious thing.
Or straight romance. She's the Notebook gal.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Like drama, comedy.
It would be wild. Yeah. Like let's say you're not somebody who's got their finger on the pulse of films very much. It would be wild to like sit somebody down, have them watch The Notebook, and then immediately have them watch Send Help and be like, that's the same fucking person. Like,
it's wild.
Yeah.
Like what she's able to pull off in terms of this character, and have it be believable too. Like anyway, so she was just incredible. The comedy was fast-paced, like it had everything was hitting, and the plot when we first went in, it reminded me of the third part of Triangle of Sadness, where they're on the island and like similar sort. At first, I'm like, oh, they're going for a similar sort of vibe and similar sort of comedy, and then typical Sam Raimi fashion, we go on a very different ride that we think we're on.
Insane, yeah.
which was great. Sometimes I don't love that, but in this case, I thought it fit with the tone, and it was just interesting and funny and awesome.
Yeah. I think I totally agree. I'll say this, like, out the gate, we're a horror movie review show. I don't think this movie is very horrific, and I don't think it's scary at all. So I think it's like if you're wanting to go to a movie that's scary, this isn't that movie. But it is it's got a lot of gore in it. I'll say that. So if you enjoy gore, like it has that in spades. But it is a extremely good time in the theater. Like very worthwhile. If you're a comedy, like an adult comedy fan, go see the movie. It is so funny, and like basically beginning to end.
If you think the humor in like the recent Final Destination film, if you thought that was hilarious, this film is for you. Because it's the same kind of dark, like gore related, like violence, humor,
but trying to make you laugh. More as like a point of philosophy. Like I feel like Final Destination is always trying to. It's like they're funny, but like they're still trying to have this series where you're scared for the characters and that stuff. This movie isn't like that. It's not trying to make you stressed out. It's just like we're on this island with these two characters. They're silly people, and we're gonna have them do silly things, and it's gonna be very entertaining. I think like if you're like an OG Sam Raimi fan from like back in his Evil Dead days, especially Evil Dead 2, and like Army of Darkness, I think this is the best comedy, like that style, like that Evil Dead style comedy movie he's done since then. I think Drag Me to Hell was good, but it's interesting. Sam Raimi, like he's had phases. Like at the beginning, he did those horror comedies. He did Army of Darkness. He did Evil Dead 2. And then there's some other movies in there. And then we got to the Spider-Man era, and Spider-Man 2 is like still to this day, I think it's one of the best superhero movies ever made. But it's not a comedy. It's not scary. Like there's some horror elements in it, but it's like
especially with the Green Goblin.
But I mean they're played straight. Like they're not trying to like fucking. He took the subject matter very seriously, and I think he elevated the superhero genre. He showed people what you could do.
It was a good iteration between like the Tim Burton and like the early Batman movie era and the Marvel era.
Where totally.
It was still in that the dialogue was very comic booky, and there were it had notes of that.
I would call it almost Shakespearean, like George Lucas Star Wars.
Very very grand, very theatrical, but it was still, like you said, played straight and whatever.
My heart, I can't breathe because of you. I think of you.
From the moment I met you, all those years ago, not a day has gone by when I haven't thought of you. And now that I'm with you again, I'm in agony.
Very true. But it worked, and
they played straight. And
it paved the way for, I think, the modern superhero films that we have of today.
100%.
Where it was shown that you could play it a little bit straight, and people would still buy into the stories and themes and all that.
100%. Very bolstered by the performances of Tobey Maguire and Kirsten Dunst and Willem Dafoe. Everybody, fucking those movies are so good. I even like Spider-Man 3 a lot. Fucking Sandman, great character. That's some good shit. Anyways, back to Send Help. Then it's like Sam Raimi, he started like doing things more sporadically. Like I said, he did that Oz movie, which I think is just a bad movie. He did Drag Me to Hell, which I think is great, but I think Drag Me to Hell's interesting because it was Sam Raimi trying to do more straight up horror. Like there's still his isms in there, right? But it just felt a little bit
more straight for sure.
Yeah, it's like if it's a scale, he definitely was tipping on the horror a little bit more in the comedy. And I don't know if he should be doing that. I think that he really excels when he leans into the comedic aspects of his films. And that's why I think people love Evil Dead 2 so much. That's why people love Army of Darkness so much.
Yeah.
And that's why I feel like, because they remade Evil Dead a couple years ago, I think in 2013. And then after that, a sequel came out, Evil Dead Rise. Or not really a sequel, but another Evil Dead movie. And when you watch those movies, they feel notably different than the Sam Raimi films. Like they're not funny. They're very like kind of straight up horror movies. They have some crazy shit going on, but they don't feel the same. I love the new Evil Dead movies, but to me at least, they don't feel like the Sam Raimi Evil Dead movies.
No, they're a new iteration of a similar. It's similar, not the same.
Yeah, and it's and I think it's because they're trying to do the horror thing more, and that's why they get horror directors to do these films or whatever. I think Sam Raimi, especially because of this film, I think this is his wheelhouse. This is what he should be fucking doing. He should be doing violent comedies. I think that's the thing. I almost want to give it like a new genre that's just called Raimi. Like it's like
it's so unique.
He's combining all these elements, and like there is a little bit of horror. There's tons of gore. It's really funny. It's the some of the dialogue is cartoony, but and when I say cartoony, I mean like a good way, like a Looney Tunes way. Like it's clever,
and it's sparingly used. It's not the whole thing. It's like once we get to this big swell, and now we're in this like weird, like it's a weird like situation that they're in, and now we're going to use the cartoony dialogue to amp things up and get some humor in there and be clever.
And I'll say this film also suffered a little bit from that CGI thing I was talking about at the beginning of this episode, where it's like there's like a CGI animal in the movie, and there's this like the island is largely CGI, and there's like whatever. But I'll say this, it didn't bother me in this film, because I don't think like the thing that was important about this film wasn't you buying into this whole world. It was just like the stuff was there to serve the purpose of these set pieces. Like that's it. It was like these funny set pieces, and as long as like the animal looked good enough, I was like, well, the set piece still works totally fine. And it wasn't like Oz the Great and Powerful, where it's like you need to buy into the realism of Oz. Like it can't feel fake.
Well, especially when the tone is comedy, you're willing to.
Yeah,
it's not as big of a thing, because you're like, oh, we're having a good time, we're laughing. Yeah, it's a boar. It looks like enough like a boar. Sure, like
and the situation is so funny. That I'm like, oh, like they knew that. What's more important here, that the creature looks 100% photoreal, or that the comedy comes across really fucking well. Not to say you can't do both or whatever, but like, I'm just glad that they were like, you know what, the comedy is gonna sell this whole scene. Like we don't like, maybe the thing looks a little, but like comedy. And then it totally didn't bother me. So that's I think it goes back to the point about Sam Raimi's wheelhouse. And like, I just keep doing movies like this. Like they're so entertaining. I would take anyone to go. Well, anybody who's of adult age, I would take anybody to go see this movie. I just found it wildly entertaining. Like I texted my girlfriend right away. I'm like, you fucking need to see this movie. Like,
I said the same thing to Katie.
I'm a little bit irked at the marketing, because they definitely make it seem a little bit more like a horrific, like stranded on an island. Like
I think that works in its favor in this case though, because you go in thinking it's whatever. And then when it starts in this like kind of goofy presenting, Rachel McAdams' character, they present her as kind of this like, I don't know. She comes across as very like cringy at the beginning. And like when you start there, you're like, okay. And they get on the island and things start unfolding, and you're like, when is this gonna like what's going on here? And then by the end, it's like you're fully bought in and you're laughing and whatever. And so I think coming in kind of blind or expecting it to be this like serious thing, when that first notes of comedy start hitting, it almost hits heavier, because you're not in there expecting to laugh. You're in there expecting this serious thing. And then you get a laugh.
I think for you and I, that was awesome. But the only thing that sucks is like I would have never told Amy to see this movie, because she's not the biggest horror fan. And that's the only reason I bring it up, is just like,
that's a good point.
This movie has an entire audience that might not go because they think it's a horror movie or
serious,
like and it's like that's kind of too bad. So I guess that's why you got to watch reviews and stuff, so you can hear people.
That's why you watch
a show like this. If you're in the mood,
I should say, listen up, you primitive screwheads. That's why you watch this show.
Did you say primitive screwheads?
Yeah,
I've never heard that.
Army of Darkness.
Yeah. All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up. See this? This is my boomstick.
No idea. I'm trying to think. That's not coming to my brain at all.
No, when he's it's like Bruce Campbell. He's got the shotgun. He's in front of all the medieval people.
Oh, that he calls them primitive.
Listen up, you primitive screwheads. And,
I don't know why that's crazy. I feel like right over my head. I actually can't picture the scene. I can picture the scene. Sorry, I can't picture the line.
So yeah, I whatever. It just sticks out. It's one of my favorite lines of the film. So it really sticks out to me, obviously. But
that was good. That was a good fucking cut. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to call out in this movie that was really good. No, I think that's what you need to know. It's fucking hilarious. Maybe I'll just also like bolster your point about Rachel McAdams. Yes, no one has ever done Bruce Campbell close. They've never gone close. Nobody can do it. It's his thing. He's got his thing. Rachel McAdams is as close as I've ever seen anyone get. And the thing is, it's still her own performance. It's not like she's trying to be Bruce Campbell, but she's able to, like, through her expressions and through her physical acting and all this stuff, she just, I'm not going to say she's fucking up here with Bruce Campbell, but god damn it, she's like here. Like, man, you put those two in a movie together, I don't even...
That'd be wild.
I wonder if it would be like, it's too much. It's like these two, it's just too much good stuff. Like, you can't...
I don't know if you could, I don't know, yeah, too much big energy at once,
yeah. Like, there's only, this planet's only big enough for one of us or whatever. Yeah, it might be like that, so maybe that's a bad idea. But yeah, she's phenomenal. Like, god damn it, I wish... It's the type of thing where you wish an organization like the Academy Awards considered comedic performances more heavy, or at all. Because it's like... she's so good that she deserves some award, like something.
Oh, especially the range, like just the range in this film, but in general, the fact that you know her as rom-com Notebook type, like Wedding Crashers Notebook. That's what I think of when I think of Rachel McAdams. I think of comedy, but like very straight-laced, play it straight kind of comedy.
Totally.
And that she's this, just the range she shows in this, from like cringy to like menacing and like everything in between.
Like, the beginning of the movie, your heart is like breaking for her, and like how affected she is by the people around her and the mistreatment she gets. You're just like, oh my god, this poor fucking woman. She just can't, like, and she obviously has so much anxiety, and like she's really struggling in life. And yeah, you're like, oh my god. And the movie, at the beginning of the movie, you almost feel like it might be a movie that's played straight. So and you're feeling that way. But then the second they're on the island, a whole new aspect of her personality is allowed to thrive. And it just was brilliant. Like you said, it just an immense amount of range that she showed off. I don't know. Well, we didn't talk about review like a score we didn't talk about a score before we started the show, but like, fuck, this is high.
For sure. I
can't give it like the best scores ever, but god damn it, a 12 out of 13, I feel like is...
I agree.
Yeah.
I 100% agree, yeah. The only minor caveat you already kind of made, but like, it's a horror review show, so it can't get that much higher because it's not... Yeah. It has like one sort of funny jump scare, but like, it's definitely not horror or scary, really.
No, at all. I didn't... Like, if I wrote a description of this film, the word horror would not be included.
It's not even horror adjacent, really. Like, I guess gore. It depends on how you feel about gore.
Yeah.
If gore on its own is horror adjacent, then maybe. But like that's it.
But then it's like, is 300 a horror movie?
Is Deadpool?
Yeah, is Deadpool a horror movie? It's like it's like if So that, I guess you probably get what we're putting down here. But yeah, I don't know. I can't give it less than a 12. I don't think, because it's too good. It's too good. It was too entertaining.
Too unique, too entertaining.
100%. Yeah. You got any other things that came to your mind? Well, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, go see Don't Help in theaters. Very worth it. Take somebody who likes comedies.
Don't help?
Shit, send help. Don't help. Send help. See, send help.
Don't not see, send help.
Yes, that what he said. Go see, send help. And then send help to me, please. Take somebody that loves comedies. They'll have a very good time. Just make sure that they know that it's a very gory film. But as long as they're good with gore and they like comedies, very worthwhile. Thank you so much for watching this episode, and we will catch you next time.